So I was trying to decide what color lipstick I should wear for this book review, and since it's like a fantasy, I decided, oh, maybe I should go with like a dark lipstick. Then I was like, no, we're gonna wear pink because I can do that. Ha 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 ha. Off to a great start. Okay, hey everybody. So today I'm going to be discussing, sorry I have a clicky pen. Today I'm going to be discussing The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. So this book I've actually talked about on my channel several times at this point. I've recommended it many years ago, but I've never really done a sit down and discuss type of video. I'm gonna put this pen down before I drive everybody crazy when I'm clicking it a million times. Today I wanted to kind of break it down, why I like it, what it's kind of about, and then at the very end I have a unique spoiler section where I'm going to discuss the things that I do not like about the book / things that are more spoilery. And trust me, you're gonna know when you get there. You'll know when you get there. Also, I just wanted to state that, of course, I'm discussing a book. If you want no spoilers, no nothing, do not watch anything. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything major, but obviously discussing a book kind of results in some things I will have to tell you that you would not know unless you've, read the first couple of pages. So, first off, this book is about Quoth. Quoth, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his stupid little name. Quoth is essentially a legendary figure in this fantasy world who is the owner of an inn. He's like 35 years old, and long story short, he starts telling, dictating his story to someone else. So this is sort of Quoth's rendition of his kind of legendary origin story. Obviously this is fantasy, so there's a lot of things involved. Quoth is a very talented musician. He's very smart. He goes to the university. He is good at basically everything, which is something that kind of annoys me. Quoth's origins really begin with him. He's part of the Edimara? I still don't really know how to pronounce it. It's like a group of essentially traveling like performers, musicians, play, write, what is the term for theater? That kind of thing. They travel around the world and they perform. To avoid giant spoilers, something happens that takes him from that life path to another life path. It is formative for him, but he decides to investigate the Chandrian. I will not tell you, I will not reveal why he wants to investigate them, but something happens to where I dropped the book. So essentially he wants to investigate and kind of hunt down and learn more about this group called the Chandrian. So that's all I will say about that to avoid spoilers. So this sets Quoth off on a very interesting, very varied adventure. What are you doing, bud? This is my viewpoint right now. Look at that cat. Look at that cat. He's so beautiful. He's so cute. Okay, anyway. Totally messed up my angle. All right, so according to my notes, I have a couple things that I wanted to say. So, I did want to add that the writing itself is very solid. Like, it's definitely above average for most of the fantasy that I've read, especially Robert Jordan. Sorry, Wheel of Time, but really, I think the writing is very good. Sometimes it's poetic in a way that isn't pretentious, which is good. Patrick Rothfuss did several interviews over the past several years, and he said it was very funny because he has tricked us all into reading prequels, because this world with Quoth as the main character is going to continue in a separate trilogy after Kingkiller is done. Kingkiller is the trilogy that I'm talking about, but not with Quoth as the main character, something like that. Every time I say the name Quoth, I feel like I'm spitting and also lisping a lot because it's a very difficult name to say. Also tricked us into having the bard as the main character, because in most fantasy series there is the bard or the musician who's never the main character, never important. Well, this time Quoth is a musician. At least he starts as a musician and kind of ends up being every single role in your classic fantasy genre squad, shall we say. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. Yeah, we have a bard as our main character, which is kind of cool. This book is very good at being approachable, even if you don't like fantasy. Well, if you don't like fantasy at all, you're probably not going to enjoy it. Why would you be watching this? But it is good at being kind of not solid, just adventuring and traveling for half of the book like a lot of fantasy does. Lord of the Rings. It's very good at pacing itself. It has a part where Quoth is homeless in a big city, and that takes up maybe 50 to 70 pages instead of being like 200 pages where he's like scrounging for food and running on the rooftops. Like, that's interesting, but Rothfuss did a very good job of minimizing the reader's pain, which I appreciate, because this book actually has quite a lot crammed into it. For being like this big, a lot happens actually. So it's very good at dedicating proper page count to different sections that are like proportional to how important they are. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. It cherry picks parts of other fantasy series that I thought were really cool and then puts them all into one book with one character, with one main character, which is really neat. So it's been said to have some very Harry Potter elements to it, which I would agree. There's a section where Quoth goes to the university, and the university is like, that's what it's called, like capital T, capital U, where he has like the little friend group and there's like drama and that kind of stuff. Its flaws, I would say, would be the romance. I really just don't like it, and then the ending I really didn't like. So I will again spoil that in the spoiler section.
Guess what? It's bike book review time! Whee! Slash, I've decided that I'm just gonna do the spoilers part of my book reviews on the bike. That way everybody's happy. I do a little bit of motovlogging, I do a little bit of actually sitting in front of the camera, etc. I have obviously just talked about The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I have a couple things that I wanted to discuss that I don't like about the book. Like, everything to do with that last like hoorah with Dinah and the like fake dragon, the Dracus. What was the point of that? It was like such a tame and weird like story arc. I feel like everything was really cool with him at the university and him going over the river to go play. And then you throw in this like, oh wow, you know, he gets hunted down by Ambrose's little weird semi-assassin dudes. He freaks out and then like leaves town because he hears word of the Chandrian. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it was such a letdown. It was such a complete change of pace, and it didn't fit the rest of the story at all. You know, I will say, like, I think it's cool for Patrick Rothfuss to have added so many different elements into the story, but like, why? Pace-wise, it didn't make sense. Storyline, it didn't make sense. It was just kind of stupid. Like, nothing actually changed. Like, both of those characters went into the situation exactly how they came out of it, which was still, like, semi in love with each other, still having done nothing about it. I don't know. I didn't much care for it. I thought it was kind of stupid. Let's see, what else did I have a problem with? I hate Dinah's character. Like, so I know that she's very mysterious, and that's like part of the reason, you know, that's like part of her character, right? She's mysterious, and Quoth likes her because she's all like, oh, I have this like, ow, what? Something just hit me on the leg and it hurt. Quoth really likes her because like she has some like twisted past that she's not talking about and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna get some wind noise. Hold on, I'm gonna turn around. So I think it's very annoying how little he tries to really like get to know her. Like, they have such a surface level relationship, and he's just like head over heels for this girl. And like, I know he's always like, I don't want to be like those other guys and like just be all over her all the time. Okay, well, you guys can like talk about stuff and actually put it. Oh my god, Home Depot's over here? I literally had no idea. I was looking for Home Depot earlier. I just feel like he put so much energy into loving, you know, falling in love with her when actually he knows nothing about her. Their relationship doesn't really seem to have a lot of substance. He just loves her for basically like unknown reasons. There's nothing to her. Like, she's just a bunch of like quips and like snarky comments, and like they have this little repartee. Please don't make fun of me if that's how you don't pronounce it, but like, there's just, I don't know. I don't believe the relationship. I don't believe like the crush. It just doesn't work for me. Is that guy fishing? Oh my god, that guy is literally fishing in front of McDonald's. I could not be happier. My day is made. Yeah, I got new mirrors, y'all. Look at that. Check that out. That looks so clean and nice. So here's like my third problem with the whole series, but like, this is a stupid thing to really, and I'm not actually actually really mad about it because, you know, Quoth is like a legendary figure, right? So like he's got to be good at everything. Like, I mean, at some point it gets a little bit annoying that he's so good at everything. Oh, that girl is staring at me. Yeah, girl, you could ride a motorcycle even if you're a girl. You achieve your dreams. Everybody loves him. He's like, I don't know, it just kind of bugs me, but also like I get it. He's like a legend. He's supposed to be basically like superhuman. Of course, like his music too. Like he's so good at music all of the time, and he just goes in and wins his pipes at the oh crap, what is it called? You know what it's called? The place where he goes across the river and he plays. Oh, for Christ's sake, I can't believe I forgot the name. Obviously, I'm on the bike, so I can't really check. Oh, that car just kicked up a lot of dust. So there we go. Those are my 3 like spoilers slash criticisms of The Name of the Wind. Obviously, and I've already talked about this, I'm sure, but overall, I love the book. I've read it 5 times over the past like 6 years. Still freaking love it. Oh my God, please don't hit me. And it's written really well. I think it flows really well, except for that scene with Dinah. I hate anything that has to do with Dinah, pretty much. She's just, waste of time. The story slows down every time she shows up. Drives me nuts. So there we go. Those are my thoughts about the book. I highly recommend reading it. If you've gotten this far, you've probably read it, or you've just spoiled a lot of things for yourself. So yeah. If you would like to see videos that are like this, or not even remotely like this, subscribe to this channel. I put out motovlogs, book reviews, whatever else I can think of. And yeah, I hope you guys have wonderful days and weeks and years and whatever. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.